Hey guys, it's Kim. Welcome back to my channel. I am here to talk to you guys about eyeshadow, eyeliners, single shadows, all the good eye stuff. This is for the Eyes Project Pan. For this project, I decided I'm just going to talk to you guys about everything that I use in a month, 2 months, whatever time that I've been kind of collecting these items. These are items that I used in Project Pans, and I want to give you a little bit more of an idea of what I think of these products, if I like them or not, if I'm going to keep them, declutter them, whatever. This was a project created by Deb. Her channel is Deb B, and she wanted a low stakes eyeshadow project pan where you could basically do whatever you want, no goals, whatever. The only thing she asked us to do is a peek in a pit. What do you like best? What do you like worst? Least. Ha! I'm an English teacher. Anyway, let me get into this update. Okay, the first thing I'm going to talk about are the 3 liners that I used, that I hit goal on and that I'm rolling out and that I can talk to you guys about, all that good stuff. So the first one is this Urban Decay 24/7 Glide On Eye Pencil in the shade Rockstar. You guys, this is a gorgeous liner. It is a sharpenable one. I love it. It's this deep purple and it is a little bit shimmery, and I don't mind that at all. It definitely glides on. It smudges nicely. It doesn't come off with tearing or anything like that, and I really, really enjoy this. So this is definitely one that's going to be sticking around in my collection. The next 2 come from the Sephora brand. You guys have heard me rave about the Sephora eyeliners. These are the 12-hour retractable eyeliners, and they are both waterproof. One is in the shade Cobalt Blue, and holy moly, look at that blue. I love it. I use it on my lower lash line. Sometimes I'll use it on my upper lash line as like a pop of color. I super duper love that one. And then this one is the Shimmery Slate Gray, and I really like this one as well. These go on so smooth and creamy. They blend beautifully. I just love them. So these 3 liners are going nowhere in my collection. I'm going to try to wipe off these swatches before they become a permanent accessory on my hand. Okay, next, let me talk about some single shadows that I used. The first 2 I'm going to talk to you guys about are from the MAC Holiday Collection. And when I bought these, this was in the shade Jingle Tingle. It's the green one. When I bought these, I thought they would be more pigmented. But as I used them, and this purple one is in the shade Zero Chill. It's beautiful. As I used them, I realized, oh, they're toppers. Here's what they look like. They're gorgeous. This is over a little bit of a wet base. But these 2 are definitely toppers, and that did disappoint me a little bit at first, and then I was like, you know what? They're gonna make beautiful toppers, and they did. I really enjoyed wearing them as toppers. They were gorgeous. They're not going anywhere. They stayed. I just love MAC products. I have been talking about them for quite a while now. Jen and her channel is Project Beauty. She's a huge MAC lover and got me into them. And I have not been disappointed, I don't think, with anything I've tried from them so far. So next up is the Moon Dust Shadow from Urban Decay. This is in the shade Space Cowboy. I don't really know what I was expecting with this shadow, but it is definitely a topper as well. Look at that. It is gorgeous though. You can put this over like anything and it just makes it look like shiny, shimmery, gorgeous. I know now why it has such a cult following, and I am one of those followers. I really, really, really enjoy that eyeshadow. And then I have 2 singles from MAC. This was in the shade Starry Night. And then this one is in the shade Girly. So let me swatch both of them and I will chat with you about the 2 of them. Okay, so here are the 2 swatches. The first one in Starry Night is a black or a blue brown shade, and the other one is in a beautiful pink matte shade. Now, I was like really excited to get Starry Night, and I was like, it's gonna be gorgeous, it's gonna be this shimmer. It is a pain in the butt to use, and it makes me look like I got punched in the eye. It makes me look like I have a bruise, and I have tried using this in so many ways. I've even used it as a liner, and it just doesn't work right as a liner for me. I don't know if it has too much of like a red cast, and it makes me look like I'm sick. So needless to say, Starry Night is definitely getting decluttered, but I will be holding on to Girly because I love it. I love this shade. It was a fabulous transition shade, and it didn't skip or patch or anything like that, and I super duper love it. But Starry Night, unfortunately, is going bye-bye. Now let's get into the eyeshadow palettes that I used since the last update. The first one is the Naked Urban Decay Naked Honey palette. This packaging, I mean, it's gorgeous. And so is the actual palette. These shades are lovely. In fact, I have them on my eyes today. Beautiful. And let's see, I'll swatch the ones that I used. This one, and then this one, and this one. I'm not gonna tell you like the names and all that. I'm just gonna show you swatches. So these are the shades that I used, and you can see that the foils are foiled, or the shimmers are foiled. The mattes are beautiful. Everything I felt worked very well for me, but I'm gonna declutter this palette. Reason being is I never reach for it. The only reason I use this is because I pulled it into a project. And the only reason I pulled it into a project is because I have a goal to pull in all the palettes that I haven't used. I have a goal to pull them all into projects to get a use out of and then decide if I want to keep it or not. I have so many brown gold shades, and warms are not my favorite. So I'm going to declutter this while the formula is still good. I'm going to give it to the girls at school that I always declutter to, and they're going to love it. Next up is the ABH Riviera palette. This is one that I was going to purchase in TJ Maxx, and Deb, her channel is Deb B, creator of this project, said, don't do that, I have it, I'll declutter it to you. And I was like, thank you. And here it is. This is gorgeous. I really, really, really liked using this palette. Let me give you swatches of some of these shades. So I was really thinking I was going to declutter this, but this is gorgeous, and I'm not going to. I kind of want this. Maybe next declutter, I'll be like, okay, Kim, get rid of it. It's like time to go. But right now, I'm really enjoying looking at these, and I really enjoyed the use I got on this. So this palette is staying. Then I have the Pure Defense Anti-Pollution Eyeshadow Palette. I don't know what that means, except anti-pollution eyeshadow palette, like whatever. This was okay. They are really nice shades, very neutral, very cool toned. But I felt like, I'm gonna swatch a couple of these. When I used them on my eyes, I felt like they muddied, and they didn't perform as well as some other shadows. Now those look beautiful, but I am also swatching them over a wet base. But when I look at these, I'm like, they're pretty, but like, it's nothing that I don't already have in my collection. So in saying that, I'm going to declutter this to the girls because they will enjoy it more than me. Another one bites the dust. Yay. And remember, I've talked about this before, that I probably wouldn't declutter this freely because I would hate to get rid of things I paid for, hate to get rid of things that were decluttered to me, waste the money per se. But these teenagers that I declutter to are so excited to get them that I'm like, good, I'd rather have them have them. So it's not like I'm throwing them out. Up next is the Natasha Denona Love Palette. This was decluttered to me by Andrea, and her channel is Pretty as a Peacock. And here's what this palette looks like. This is gorgeous. I had a wonderful time using it. I'm gonna swatch a few of these metallic-y shades. Oh my God, they're gorgeous. And I love Natasha Denona, so this is not going anywhere. It is staying in my collection with all of my other Natasha Denona palettes, and I'm going to enjoy it as long as it gives me like good looks. Then I have the Midas Cosmetics Perception Palette. This was also decluttered to me from Andrea. You guys, oh my God, this is gorgeous. I did a look with these greens, these pinks. Oh my gosh, let me swatch all of the shades that I used in that look. And I was like, Andrea, why are you decluttering this? I don't know what her answer was, but holy moly. Her loss is my gain because I had a fabulous time using this and it made such a pretty, fun look. This is not going anywhere. I love this palette. It's not going anywhere. And it performs beautifully. I don't have anything from Midas Cosmetics, and unfortunately they are going out, they are out of business by now at this time, but I'm okay with that. Just having this one, and one and done. I love it. And then finally, this is not a palette, but it is a palette to me because I keep all of these shades together. And this is my Cleona Singles palette. I loved this. I had the opportunity to use this, and I had a goal to use every single shade, and I did. I'm gonna swatch a couple. I mean, Cleona's shades are just beautiful, and if you can get your hands on them, oh my gosh, please do. They are a little pricey, but they're so worth it. Some of these I used as toppers. Some of them I used, you know, as full looks, but I loved every single thing I did with these. They're gorgeous, so this is staying. So I have 4 palettes that are going to stay in my collection, 2 that are going to be decluttered, and a single shadow, Starry Night from MAC, that's being decluttered. So, peek in a pit, you ask? Well, my peak was this Midas Cosmetics Perception palette, and I was so surprised because when I got this in the mail, I looked at it and I was like, ooh, what am I going to do with that? Now, I still need to play around with the rest of it at some point, but this is gorgeous. I really enjoyed it, and I cannot wait to use it again. And I've thought about this palette since I used it, which is very rare, and I normally don't do that. The other peak I'm going to say is this Cobalt Blue liner from Sephora. I love, love, love this liner, and I use it like whatever chance I can get, I try to use it. So there we go with that. My pit, I have to say, is this Pure Defense Anti-Pollution Eyeshadow Palette. As much as I thought this Starry Night shadow made me look like I had a bruise, at least it didn't muddy, and it was able to be blended, and it looked, if it had not been because it made me look sick and like I had a black eye, it would have performed well, and I would have loved having it. I can't get this palette open. But this Pure palette literally muddied and did not look nice on me at all. Maybe the girls will have more luck with it. Maybe I was trying to use too many of these shades together and it just muddied the look. But this is my pit. I am very excited to declutter this. I've had this for a couple of years and it's time to go. So peek and pit, there you have it. Guys, thank you so much for giving me part of your day. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you have a great day or night wherever you are. I will talk to you soon. Bye.